Scott, having got back out and got another Premier League appearance, how pleased are you it's ended in victory in a game that went one way and then the other at times?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing at the end of the day was the 3 points, and I think he kept the unbeaten away record going. So yeah, for me personally, it was brilliant to get a game. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous before because I think it's been over 2 years. So, but once that whistle goes, I forgot the feeling of how much I enjoyed it and why I've loved playing football since I can remember. And like you say, at 2, when they get the penalty and we're going at 2-2, you think, is it going to be one of them days? And then obviously the lads come up to me after the game, and first thing I said is, there's only me that plays in them sort of games. I think we said it would have been a boring 0-0 if Eddie played, I think.
You managed to throw in a penalty save in the game as well, but I guess underlines the life. A goalkeeper, you save it and he knocks in the loose ball. Yeah,
I think because he probably didn't put it as far in the corner as he wanted, it's more hit me on the forearm, and unfortunately spun back across the front of the goal. But no, like you said, he's tapped the rebound in, so the penalty save's irrelevant. It would have been nice if it had went round the post or one of the defenders would have cleared it. But going back to what we said before, the most important thing was the victory.
There's not much room for sentiment in football at times, but how much did it mean to you to get this opportunity tonight, and the fact that your teammates wanted you to get an opportunity? Yeah,
it means everything to me. Obviously, I think someone just said there, it was 10 years ago since I played a Premier League game, so there does come a point where you think you're never going to ever get the chance again, and but it's never stopped me working hard and enjoying what I'm doing day in, day out, and hopefully how I've been around the place and how I've trained he's maybe rewarded me with giving me a game. So I'll just keep doing what I've been doing and supporting the lads best I can.
Just finally, give us an insight in what enables this group of players to reach the heights that they are reaching just now, the way they've come back and reclaimed the title this season and pushed themselves into a Champions League final.
Oh, it's an incredible group. They've got a great mix. Obviously they've got the best manager in the world. His tactics are nothing like we've seen before, but he's got the players who can do it. He can plan it on the training ground, put it on the tactics board, and they can do it. No questions asked. But no, it didn't start too well at the start, but no one stopped believing, and everybody knew it was only a matter of one victory and they could go on a great run, and that's obviously what happened.
So he plays his first Premier League game in just over a decade, which is incredible, really, and hard not to feel pleased for Scott Carson. He almost had a great say in terms of the penalty in the second half. It went in at the second attempt, but the initial save was made. But this was the foul in the box. Kyle Walker on Joe Willock. Any debating this for you, Shay?
I don't think so. I think Kyle Walker sometimes is a little bit naive. Sometimes in defensive, he's powerful, he's strong, he's quick. But in moments like this, for me, that's a penalty. Yeah. You just got to let him, if he gets past him, lets him run past him. I think for me, it's a no-brainer.
Now, look, this is interesting. Joelinton scored, didn't he, with the first
We spoke about that. Surely Joelinton should be taking this penalty. He's the penalty taker. He scored the first half. His confidence is going to be sky high, but Willock steps up. And I feel for Scotty a bit, because as he said in the interview, if he hits it in the corner, he probably saves it and it comes out this way.
Yeah.
He's hit his forearm and gone back into the middle of the goal, and obviously Willock's reacted to that, but...
I remember when he lined up to take the penalty and he started to do that jog up, I went, oh no. And he took the penalty and I thought, yeah, he saved it. It's so unfortunate. As he said, it's hit the inside of his arm, and because it weren't a good penalty, it's just come out. And fortunately for Willock, the ball ended up in the back of the net.
Unfortunately for Manchester City, that penalty didn't have a bearing on the overall result as City pick up yet another 3 points. Let's hear from their manager, Pep Guardiola.
Nice to see you again, and that was an extraordinary night of football, that was.
Yeah, unfortunately without people. So 7 goals here in St. James Park. Yeah, it's now a victory away. Good lessons for us. Incredible spirit, and how we fought, how we come back, and not disappointed. That show what this team it is. So no any complaints and regrets about after being champion, after just training one day. it's normal, the distractions that we had. We have to learn of that, but it's normal after winning the Premier League. The players, normally they want to do it, but it's already done. But still, we have 60, 70 days before the final. So, but will be a good lesson for the future to come back as soon as possible. And but the spirit and the way we run and we play was really good.
Ferran Torres, talk about him, hat-trick for him.
Having incredible numbers and goals in his first season in the Premier League. Premier League, everyone knows how tough it is. He's so young and he's so clinical. So he's a guy who bodied like a winger, but maybe have to think about it, put it like a striker. Have an incredible sense of goal, a good finishing. The second goal in Crystal Palace is a good demonstration, and yeah, all the goals. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's smiling, and why not? Because Ferran Torres has certainly given him something to think about. And while there were perhaps questions of a possible hangover, having been crowned champions earlier in the week, do we have to give City credit for the fact that they kept ploughing on today?
I think that comes from the manager. I think he never lets them rest. He never lets them sort of say, OK, 3-3, we'll take that and go back down the road. He keeps pushing for victories. And again, as I said, 82% possession away from home in any Premier League game is an unbelievable stat. And it just grinds opposition teams down. You can see how leggy Newcastle were towards the end. And that comes from keeping the ball. Gaps open up, stretches, and the goals come from that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, they've got the Champions League to come. So those players sitting in that team, playing in that team, know, like Torres, he's putting himself on show. He's got to score goals. He wants to be everyone wants to be a part of the Champions League team that go out to play. So whoever goes out there are going to be performing at their best because their season's not over yet.
Yeah, talking of which, if Torres has given him something to think about, Joao Cancelo perhaps as well, because he has slipped down the pecking order.
Yeah, he has, and I think that's another question mark for the Champions League final. Mendy came on tonight as well. Zinchenko's played there, Cancelo. So it's another decision he has to make. I think the rest of the team, probably 95% of the team's picked, in my opinion, for the final. But left back and maybe Torres now is giving him a big headache for the final.
Yeah, which leaves players such as Sterling perhaps to try and change the manager's mind as well.
Yeah, he had an opportunity tonight. We said that, he started quite brightly, but then sort of like faded out and never really saw him in the rest of the game. But he's one that's fallen out the pecking order from where he was at the start of the season. Maybe it's a timely arrest by Pep, and he may come back all cylinders blasting away.
Yeah.